All right, welcome back. So we have another one here. There's another video we did called "What the Bible Says About a Disrespectful Wife." Shout out to Dracula 1972. What a name!
Wow.
At Dracula 1972. That's their username on YouTube. Okay. Person says, "I'm married to a woman who claims to be Christian and calls God a liar to his face because she obeys our children than being with her husband." Why do I feel like I might have addressed this in other places, but that's okay. Let's go for it. Hold on 1 second. Let me turn
this
that
your
off.
timer.
Why are you telling on all the behind the scenes stuff?
It's like blinking in my ears. You know I have sensitive ears.
Anyway.
Read on.
"I'm married to a woman who claims to be Christian and calls God a liar to his face because she obeys our children than being with her husband. Her husband meaning him. Just in case
He's
you
talking
missed
about
that.
himself, yeah.
Okay. She follows our kids around and live with them. I plan to divorce her before summer is up." This was left 1 month ago, actually.
Oh no.
Her mom did the same thing and died alone. Buy a dog and die alone.
Why did you say it like that?
And my wife
mean.
would teach our daughters to do the same. All right. This video was on what the Bible says about a disrespectful wife. Okay. So I guess this person is dealing with a disrespectful wife. Okay. So
because she chose to follow her children around. Women have been accused of that.
She obeys her husband, her children more than her own husband. Moi. Yeah. So, what says you? Advise this brother. This is a brother.
I don't know. He already made up his mind. I cannot tell somebody who said he's going to divorce his wife in a month. Divorce her now.
Just divorce.
Abby, you are looking for my validation. Which kind of advice I want?
Shout out to my brothers. Is this the part where maybe I can pander to you a little bit?
Which brother beg?
I don't know any of the brothers. Maybe I can beg you to stay with your wife because she will buy a dog and die alone. Let's beg her to not die alone. Is this the part right here? Because honestly, I couldn't accept that any better. What you just said.
I don't know what to say, bro. You made up your mind.
Once you conclude, we deal. Okay, these are the kind of people we deal with. People that are asking questions. People that are saying, that are acknowledging there is a problem. People that acknowledge, like, yes, I am in a broken relationship. People that acknowledge, yes, I am in a broken marriage. If you can't acknowledge that, there's no way for us to add value. You got to figure it out, and that's beautiful, and you continue to do what you're doing. Now, if you also conclude that you need to divorce, that means you came up with a solution that we're going to have to assume that you came up with a solution that you find befitting for your situation, right? Because divorce, at the end of the day, is really not the end of the.
It's not the end of the world.
It's not,
sorry, guys.
Actually,
people
in many cases,
like
it's the beginning of the rest of your life.
People don't like
it's
to
hear
hear
it. It's a new beginning, right?
Yeah, it's not the end of the world. I'm sorry.
You know, so the first assumption, well, you're forcing us to make an assumption, and the first assumption we have to make has to align with your submission. I am married to a woman who claims to be Christian. You had the experience with the woman. You are saying she claims it, but she's not a Christian. The other side of us, you're probably being judgmental, but we have to go with what you said. She's probably not a Christian. She's probably for the streets, and she's of the devil, and she's just using mouth to claim she's a Christian.
But yet you married that kid. I don't know. It comes back again to the guy.
But it's not asking for help. It's not asking for help.
No be juju be this.
Yeah, it's not asking a question, right? So it's not asking a question.
Yeah, he's mad. He concluded already.
He concluded. If he asks questions, say, "What do you think? Do you think she's really a Christian?" I'm like, "Okay, tell me more."
Right? He just said, "Let me come and announce to you guys that
let me come and announce in this comment
my wife
that
in a month."
You know, so we are going to have to just assume that you know what you're doing. You know, so let me consider. I'm married to a woman who claims to be Christian and calls God a liar to his face. Okay, so this woman said God is a liar, or I guess
I don't know. That sounds crazy.
Because she obeys our children than being okay. He said because. Okay, I'm getting it now. Again, you're forcing us to make assumptions when you make conclusive statements. But we can find interesting stuff in it and point them out, right? He said she calls God a liar because she's obeying her children than being with her husband. That's what it means to this person. So this person is, so when you go do omugo with those kids later on in the future, and you now leave, and I said don't leave, and you left.
But he usually doesn't play that way.
Okay. You have to go by what he said first. Yeah. You have to believe and acknowledge him first. And then we'll now see all the other possibilities. So he's saying because of that, she's calling God a liar. Because God said, you obey your husband first and not your children. So that means she's calling God, and she calls herself a Christian. If you call yourself a Christian, don't be disrespectful to your husband. Okay? She follows our kids around and live with them. I plan to divorce her before summer is up.
The way he said,
let's just pull that trigger, bro. Divorce, right? Her. Pull the trigger
before the end of summer. Know? Oh my God!
And I like when people can make up their mind, because that's what it means to be a man. Your full chest.
Own it.
You own it. You're sure of yourself. What you want of yourself, right? And you do what you got to do, because after all, as a man, you're supposed to be self-sustainable. Her mom did the same thing. Wait, now we're entering the shaming zone.
Yeah.
Her mom did the same thing and died alone. And my wife will teach our daughters to do the same. Now, me as a man, this is how I interpret this. I just believe him and say, do what you got to do, bro. You can now go. Tell us what you think in all of this.
Because you were saying that, he probably told her, don't go and do a mugo. And she said, no, I'm going to do a mugo. It doesn't play out like that. Let me tell you how this stuff play out.
Yeah, tell us.
When a man, let me go from an African standpoint, right? In Nigeria, and I know people who are going through this right now. The husband, they will go to work, they will not come home. They will go and hang out with their friends till middle of the night. The wife, she probably goes to work or not, but she ends up being with the kids all the time. Relationship between man and wife is non-existent since they've been married. They don't even go on dates. So they don't even know each other. It's because of the children that they are together. So the children now, they're getting married, they're moving, and the woman, the mother feels safer with her kids. She's like, I'm not staying in this house with this bumbleclad. I don't know him. I am telling you right now, I've heard this story over and over and over again. And people need to do better in their marriage. This is probably what's going down. They never had a relationship. Why is it that your wife does not want to spend time with you? Now, I sound like I'm just defending the womanhood.
No, that's okay. No, that's okay. I've already said the other possibility, which is he knows what he's doing.
Right.
So you're saying the other possibility, which we all need to hear, right?
Right.
Have you been what's the word? Have you been intimate with your wife? And I don't mean just sex. Have you been intimate with your wife for the last few decades? Or it's been a situation where we're just roommates? So it's time.
Now you guys
why
are
is it that she find it so easy to just up and
to
leave
just
you?
go? Because you guys are empty nesters. Now you have nothing in common. You guys have grown apart. So she's like, okay, I will follow my children. Have we not seen stories like that? Now we also have stories of women who just don't know how to stay in their house. They'll be following their children around. Like, stay home. Man, that's how they go there and go and cause trouble for the children too. It's not
like that.
Healthy. It's not healthy to be following your children around. This is why I tell people, don't just say, I'm staying in this marriage for my kids. Make sure you're doing something for yourself. So that when those kids leave, you're also self-sustainable. Some of our women are not self-sustainable. So they end up like, oh my God, what will I do? My children have left the house. I don't have a relationship with my husband, and I'm old and frail. Let me just follow that one. I'll go and live in that person's house. And then you're causing trouble between the husband and wife over there. So we just have to be careful with these things. But I can see how, these things happen.
ultimately, I have to believe him and I have to address him. Right? Ultimately,
calling her mother died alone, that's just too much. Like, you said she's disrespectful. You're being disrespectful right now.
Babes
to
wins.
the dad.
Babe Win said, not the end of the world at all. Chinye says it's devastating, but yes, I agree, it's not the end of the world. No, it's not,
Yeah.
It's sad when it happens.
It is sad, yeah.
But I would like the person complaining to admit that it's sad before I can be offering them help. I don't want to help people that potentially they might just be happy. I don't want to offer them help. But because there might be other people listening to this beyond just the Dracula who left the comments.
And the name is funny. Like, what?
I think I'll address the other side of things. I'll address him like maybe he just didn't, he didn't have enough space in the comment area to address all of what's going on. So I'm gonna add on to that. Chinye says, I'm guessing that he's referring to her behavior, calls God a liar. Yeah. His mouth is giving him away. He's telling on himself.
Oh my God, his energy, I can just feel it.
He's telling on himself. Again, he says,
it.
I'm married to a woman. So the thing is that, okay, there's a good chance that you're not married, you're just married to your wife, okay? There's a very, very good chance that you're just married to your wife.
What do you mean?
Yeah, I know.
He's not married to a woman, he's married to his wife.
Wait, he said, I'm married to a woman who claims to be Christian and calls God a liar to his face because she obeys our children than being with her husband. Let's just say you are married to your wife. Let's just keep it simple. That's your wife.
This guy don't collect because the way he structured that message.
Let's just say you're married to your wife. Let's keep it simple because that long sentence is a good chance you're complicating things for yourself. You're overthinking what it could be. She's just not of God. She's for the streets, but you married her. She's your wife today. So let's keep it that simple at that point first, right? Now, she follows our kids around and live with them. Sounds like she really doesn't want to be with you.
Yep, she's running from you.
I plan to divorce her before summer is up. I'm not sure if that would be a big deal. Now, some women, if they're older and they're of an older generation, it might shock them. Like, hey. But it might be like, hey. Like, what exactly.
Exactly.
You guys went through it way before. Right? So, you might just be doing each other a favor, But since you're leaving a comment on YouTube, I'm guessing that that's not really what you want to do. You're just kind of like venting. I get it.
It's pissed off.
Before you pull that trigger, maybe you have a conversation. It all starts with a conversation. If you feel like you've had conversations and it just doesn't lead anywhere, and then you need to do deeper work on yourself, because clearly you're not attractive to this woman. Because if you were, she will want to be around you and tell those kids to kick rocks and go and find their own babysitter. There are women like that.
Yeah.
Okay. So, but sadly, that's not your situation. But if she's ever been attracted to you ever before in the past, you can absolutely rekindle it. It's just, there's some work that needs to be done there. And if we don't get the rest of your story, which you didn't give us, all you did is call our names, maybe we can help,
And our mother died alone. Like me.
Her mom did the same thing, see? And you went into that household to marry a person.
Exactly.
You have to hold yourself accountable. Why did you go into a house? Okay, she didn't die first. She was alive. Okay, I know. I'm sorry. She died alone without buying a dog, for that matter. My wife would teach our daughters to do the same. You sound like you're speaking from a place of emotions, and it's not going to help. It's only going to get worse and worse, especially you're supposed to be the leader in that household, and you're speaking with a lot of emotions. And I understand it can be frustrating, but you need to grab a hold of yourself and seek the help that you need. You're going to need support. All right. So if you need our help in that regard, you can see all the information scrolling through the screens. You'll just go to getmymarriageback.com. Anything else you wanted to add on to that, baby?
Yeah, all I can say is good luck, sir. That name, that Dracula name,
is over there sucking him dry.
It's giving me energy,
sucking our blood. Chineke, may God forgive you. Chinye, may God forgive you. We need to be empathetic with our brothers. They're just looking for help. This is just a cry out for help. I love when you guys analyze together. You love it, huh? I love it too.
Exactly.
Cho.
Like a little day.
That's, you see, when a man has collected shege from a woman, he will do cho. Let's not get it twisted. Yeah. Dilo says, LOL, the funniest part is the timeline. He said end of summer.
I know, right? Why wait?
It's waiting to the end of summer. Because it will
have to leave her now.
You see the heat outside. The heat is a lot. You just want to wait until the heat comes down a little before it goes to the courthouse. So, shout out to Dracula. We're here if you need support, but you can, if she's still married to you, you have some very, very good chances of getting what you want. But that emotion is going to make it worse for you, And especially it's worse if you're speaking out of emotions and you call yourself logical. A lot of men are doing that. They call themselves logical, but they're speaking from emotions.
Confusion.
Juju be that, right? Witchcraft. Yeah. Anyway,
okay.
Do us a favor, hit the like button, share, subscribe, turn up your notifications so you're notified when we go live. Let me see. Check out this next segment. We'll be right back.